So last week I explained some things about SEO and it was incredible. We were able to learn a lot about search engine optimization. And I simplified everything for us. So we'll do a recap. We'll do a recap. Then we'll dive right into publicity. So let me share my screen. Can you see my screen?
Yes, sir.
All right. So, in fact, let me just be throwing the questions out there. So, what precisely is SEO? What is SEO? Okay, Mr. Kennedy.
SEO means search engine optimization.
Yes. So, what is it about? Can you just explain it briefly?
Sincerely. Okay. God. Okay. Search engine optimization, in our opinion, has to do with maximizing search engines like Google, like Wikipedia, and so on, to get um to search online.
All right. All right. Who else wants to give it a try? Raise up your hand, raise up your hand, raise up your hand. Okay, Mr. Shalami, you are. So this is a quick recap of last week's work. Mr. Shalami, you want to give it a try. If you are talking, you can unmute your mic, Mr. Shalami.
Okay, sir. Hello, sir. Can you hear me, sir?
Yes, I can hear you now.
Okay. I say SEO means search engine optimization, and it is used to optimize the website visibility, and it's also used to optimize search results. Thank you, sir.
Okay, you're welcome, sir. So SEO stands for what? Search engine optimization, and it's the process of improving your website's visibility in search engine results pages. So it's just simply a process of improving your website's visibility on search engines. So we talked about why SEO is important, which is number one, organic traffic. Number two, it is cost effective. Number three, it builds brand awareness. Now, I talked about keywords. How many of you can remember what I said keywords are? What are keywords? Okay. I I also want someone else to talk. Amarachi, Oluwaseyi. All right. Oluwaseyi, you can unmute your mic.
Okay, sir. A quick one. My children are disturbing me here. Keywords are words people use to get what they want. Hello? Hello?
Okay, that was fair. Who else wants to try? That was actually fair. All right, Mr. Sholamu, you are.
Okay, sir. Keywords, as you said last time, are words of phrase input in the search engine in order to get what the user or the people are looking for.
Yes, that's exactly what it is. So I gave an example that if I go to search for trousers, that's a keyword. Can you see? If I go to search for hosting, that's a keyword. Can you see? If I go to search for digital marketing in Lagos, that's a keyword. So basically, the words and phrases I type into or Google search to find what I'm looking for, that's what keywords are. All right, that's fair. So I was able to explain keyword research and Google um keyword planner. So keyword research is just basically identifying the right keywords to target. So I explained that when you target the right keywords, for example, when someone searches for example, I'm selling digital courses online. I want people to find me. So when people search for digital courses, I want them to what? Find me. So I'll optimize my website for digital courses, which is also a keyword. Isn't that amazing? So, so these are keywords. Then I explained it. Anything you said, those are keywords. This is just a short recap. Why keyword research is the process of finding the right keywords that people are inputting into the search engine. Now, I said I gave a list of things under why you should choose or why do you choose keywords what targeting. How do you choose keywords what targeting? So number one, check if your keyword has search demand. Like, are people really searching for this thing? That's what it means, search demand. Are people really searching for this thing? So you can use Google Planner to search for that, which I explained how to use in the previous class. You can always go back to watch the videos. Now, number two, check the traffic potential. This represents the total search traffic you could get if you were to rank at the top of this at the top of Google for this keyword. Number three, assess the business potential of this keyword. So it's not just about ranking high. I said, like, what's the point if I'm ranking high for female wears and I sell men wears? I'll just be getting a lot of visitors, but no sales because they are interested in buying what? Female wears. Also see if you can match searchers' intent. So it's not just about ranking high. Are you the one that they are looking for? So this simply means the reason behind the searcher's query. Is the person trying to buy? Is the person just trying to get more information? So I said, for example, someone searching for how to use toasters, for example, is not necessarily trying to buy. He probably just bought. You understand? So this person just bought how to use toasters, or this person most likely just bought, compared to toasters for sale in Lagos. So can you see? Those two are different. This is a ready buyer. So see if you can match searcher's intent. So it's actually amazing. Today, I'll be treating publicity. Now, what is publicity? Publicity is when people talk about a business, person, or product for free, making it more popular. So I put free in quotations. So basically, when people talk about a particular thing for free, so you might be wondering, why did he put free in quotations? So publicity can also be what? Triggered. Publicity can be triggered. A lot of times you will check the news and you see people talking about a particular celebrity, maybe a musician. You just see that many bloggers, many this one, many that one, they are talking about the musician, and boom, a couple of maybe days later, it drops an album. So a lot of times, they actually pay people to talk about them. And that's exactly how it is. They pay bloggers, they pay influencers, they pay this, they pay that, just to generate what? Publicity. And if you are wondering why, well, I said the first step to selling is number one, what? Attention. If you have the best products, the best book, absolutely nobody will buy if they don't know about your existence or the existence of the. So yes, they pay bloggers, they pay most especially Instagram bloggers, they pay influencers to just, most especially Twitter influencers too, to just talk about them, maybe one controversial topic. So that's why I put for free in quotations. So What are the types of publicity, or rather, what is publicity before we go to the types of publicity? Now, publicity is when people spread news about a business or a person, making them more famous without paying for ads. So, for example, if a new restaurant makes the biggest burger in Nigeria, news channels might talk about it. That's publicity. So, something will always trigger publicity. And even when they pay bloggers to do this, run this publicity for them, they have to use a topic that is catchy. They have to use something controversial or something that would get people talking. So that's publicity for you. When people spread news about a business or a person. Now, there are different types of publicity, let's be honest. There's the positive publicity, there's the negative, the viral, the neutral one. But truth be told, majority of the times, publicity always falls under positive or negative. It is rare to see neutral publicity. So let's talk about positive. Yeah. When good news spreads about a business, positive. People are just saying good things about a particular business. It is what? Positive. For example, a company wins an award and the newspapers write about it. So that's what? Publicity. That is publicity, positive publicity. Now, negative publicity, when a bad news spreads about a business, and in fact, this is, when we get to PR, I will explain a lot to you about these things. I will explain a very, very lot to you. Because a lot of times, even bad publicity is triggered intentionally. They pay some people to promote bad publicity. Or I'll use a popular example. Which is the Burna Boy thing. When he wanted to drop a song and they said he had sex with a girl and he didn't, and he promised that Lamborghini. Obviously, that was paid publicity. It was very, very obvious. And a couple of days later, he dropped the song. We wanted to drop an album actually, but they had to turn it down a little bit, just postpone it because they realized that the buzz that they tried to generate isn't enough. So they can also generate negative publicity, which I'll still talk about in this class. Negative publicity intentionally. So now, viral publicity. Okay, example of negative publicity. A restaurant rather serves bad food and customers post bad reviews online. So neutral publicity is when someone spreads super fast, or when something spreads super fast on social media. Just probably a funny video, like the ones that they normally do, like trend videos. I'm sure you must have seen those videos. So that is what neutral or viral publicity. Now, examples of publicity. Number one, news stories. Local bakery feeds 100 homeless people. Social media trends. Number two, someone posts your product and it goes viral, like a dance challenge. They use social media trends to also promote, generate publicity around a particular, maybe a song or maybe a jingle. Then there's celebrity endorsement. The celebrity can just casually, like what they did. Nike made this popular, what's his name again? Timothy something. This guy. They made him wear I'm directly or indirectly, I'm not sure if they made him do it, but there's a very high possibility that they actually paid him to do it. So he wore this Nigerian jersey and they took a photo like it was an, or even like unaware, like as if it was an unaware photo. So that's the whole point of publicity. You are promoting, or you are promoting without actually making it obvious that you are the one putting in the effort to promote. So publicity is actually very, very amazing. As a digital marketer, you need to master the art of publicity. You need to master the art of publicity. So you are promoting without making it obvious that you are promoting. So the guy wore the shirt and he started trending, and some Nigerians were like, "Oh my God, he's wearing our shirt," and he's promoted Nike. Some people bought more of the shirt, even though it was our Nigerian Super Eagles shirt. But at least it was made by Nike, and they are the ones making the money from it. So they sold more, and they even sold more of their other products. But some Nigerians did not fall for it. They were like, "What's my business?" So that's publicity. Nike did not come out to say, "Hey, look." In fact, Nike did not even post it. They just used what? Other burner accounts, what they call burner accounts. I don't know if you all know that term. Burner account. So that's a what? Secondary or often temporary social media online account used to maintain anonymity or privacy while interacting online. So sometimes they don't own the burner account directly. They just usually pay people to post things, and some of these people are popular. So for example, I want to sell my courses, for example, and I have like 5 million naira to promote the course. I can generate publicity around the course and say maybe just use something very bad. Maybe an influencer, pay a small influencer to just come out and say, "I paid for this course, da 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 da, and it was this, it was that, it was," and complain. Then pay Instablog to pick it up. That's how publicity works. So it's very, very, very crazy. Then I pay a couple of them to pick it up. It will generate a lot of buzz. Then that same influencer, I can pay the influencer to say, "Oh, sorry, I was mistaken. I only watched like 3 of the videos. The videos are actually close to 70. What did I just do? I just generated publicity." Then a lot of people will pick it up. Then they will come and check out the course. Some will buy out of curiosity. And that's exactly how publicity works. That's the main reason why at the beginning, what did I put? I put free in quotation marks. A lot of the publicity that I see online are not free. A lot of them are paid and triggered. That's the main reason why you see bad things happening in the world. Yet, they'll be talking about one celebrity that just gave birth. Like, nobody cares. So, events and stunts. You host a free ice cream day. News cameras show up. Bad publicity. Oh, if you make a mistake, you do something bad or not necessarily bad, maybe something controversial, it's bad publicity. So how to get good publicity? Do something newsworthy. Help a community, break a record, or do something unique. Use social media. Get featured in news and blogs. Engage with customers. Publicity is supposedly to be free, It's supposed to be what? Free. But in marketing, sorry, I made a mistake here. But in marketing, there's something called paid publicity. There's something called paid publicity. For example, your new restaurant makes over $1 million in a week, a million in sales rather in a week. Nothing really is newsworthy unless someone decides it is. So can you see? Nothing really is newsworthy unless someone decides it is. So many catastrophic events have happened that have been covered up by the news or ignored by the news. Yet, when a celebrity has a newborn baby, they publicize it. Some of those publicities are paid. Some of those publicities are paid. So let's talk about this. So there's no lie in publicity, or there is no lie publicity. There are bad things. Sorry, let me just try to read this well. I wrote it. So there is bad publicity. Okay. I wanted to write there is no bad publicity is a lie. There's bad publicity, but it's only bad if you do not find a way to get good results out of it. So how many of you know about the Snow White live action movie? Snow White. This Snow White 2025. This one. You don't know about it, Snow White live action movie that was trending online. If you heard about it, raise up your hand. Let me see. Oh wow, that's surprising. Or can you hear me? If you can hear me, raise up your hand.
We can hear you. We can hear you, sir.
Okay.
I've not heard it before.
So it's true that. So none of you knew about this Snow White movie. Wow, that's surprising. Beginning of this year, this movie was trending from January till May. This movie was the #1 trending movie worldwide. #1 trending movie worldwide. Can you see how many percent like the movie? 9% like this movie. 9% of Google users like this movie. So, in fact, this lady, the main actress, did something that generated a lot of publicity. So she did something. No. Messi says sorry for disappointing. No, it's all right. It's all right. It was just trending. That's why I was surprised that. So it was trending on Twitter. It was trending everywhere. Sorry, Mr. Kennedy. Let me just complete this. So the movie was trending. The lead actress did something that generated a lot of buzz. A lot of buzz. It was trending worldwide. But yet, the movie did not perform well. People were intentionally saying they will not go to see the movie because of what she said. So she said something woke. That one is long story. That one is her business. She just triggered the public and made people hate her. So now that is a definition of bad publicity. So that movie was the most talked about movie for months, yet it flopped. The movie did not even make as much money as it spent on it. It was bad in theaters and people hated it so much that they told others not to watch it. You know how crazy that is? They were telling themselves that don't go to watch this movie. It was trending online. Like people were saying, in fact, we're not going to watch this movie. So That is bad publicity, yeah? And it did not generate any good outcome. Now, let me give you another example. The Cybertruck fail. During the live unveiling of Tesla Cybertruck, Elon Musk and his team attempted to demonstrate the unbreakable nature of the truck's windows by throwing metal balls at them. To everyone's surprise, the windows shattered. It trended so much. If you go to Google and you search for Cybertruck fail, I think you should still see it. Okay. Cybertruck, let me say, on stage fail or failed demo. Okay, look at it. This is it. So can you see? What are you saying? Bad publicity, yeah? Is that not what you are saying? Look at in fact, it happened, I think, 5 years ago, 2020, 2021. And everybody talked about it. Everybody talked about it. It became the talk of the country and the world. But they were able to use this bad publicity to promote Cybertruck. So to everyone's surprise, the window shattered. Let me even play the video for you. Oh, let me play the video for you. Let me play this one so you'll be able to see it. So let me fast forward it to this place. So can you see Tesla demo, Tesla armor glass? So you just see that. They won't put it there. Demo Tesla armored glass that is supposed to stop bullets. A simple ball broke, shattered the glass. So a lot of people were able to understand that that was just pure marketing. So now let me explain. So the bad publicity in quotes, publicity, the live demonstration failure rather was widely reported and became a viral sensation, with many people mocking the incident. Now, the good publicity. Then later, Elon's team made several videos of people shooting at the vehicle, shooting at the glass, and it was withstanding bullets. So, let me search for.
How come?
How come what? They made changes. That's the point.
Okay. Because I wanted to ask, how
So
come that?
Yeah, I'm listening.
Yeah, I wanted to ask, how come the bullets were able to the bullets were not able to enter despite throwing balls, and balls could break at first. I didn't know that they made changes later on.
Yeah, that's what they said. They made changes later on. But publicity experts said it was planned, that they had the armored glass. They had already made it, but they used some fake normal glass just to generate that publicity. So can you see videos? These are videos of Cybertruck resisting bullets, proving that it's actual bulletproof. Can you see? But this
We can.
said a lot of buzz that they used to promote and sell the product. So you need to understand. So the plan, then they later discovered that it might have been planned. Now that's publicity. They use bad publicity to get good publicity to sell. So let me, sorry. So that's all on publicity. That's all on publicity. Before we go into PR, because I realized that the next class is mainly for, let me see. So let me ask if you have any questions. Any questions? Any questions? Any questions? Any questions?
Hello, sir. Can can somebody use awareness ad to create this publicity?
No, that's the point of publicity. I said publicity. Even when Nike paid someone to wear a shirt, they didn't post it. Publicity is generating buzz indirectly without using your own name, or not without using your own name, without making it obvious that it is you that is doing it. If you run awareness ad, that's not publicity, that's just advertising. Seems like, how many of you can explain to me what I said, what I explained about publicity just now? Just break it down in your own words. I'm waiting, I am waiting, I am waiting. Publicity. All right, Mr. Shalami, you are. You can unmute your mic if you are talking.
Okay, sir. Hello, sir.
Yes, I can hear you.
Okay, you said publicity is when people are talking about a product for free. When the product is gaining attention, you put it in quotes, free. When people are talking about it in free, for talking about it for free. Hello, sir.
All right, all right. Kelvin.
All right. Publicity is just that process where um, a lot of conversation is generated around the product. Sometimes it can be self-initiated, but although it will be presented as though it was self-initiated, while other time it can just be a natural occurrence. Perfect example is this man in real estate. What's his name? Stephen Akintayo, when he released 80 million naira mentorship program, and you could see that the whole of Facebook and what's it called, well, the internet was on fire because everybody was shouting that one person's mentorship cost about 18 million naira just for mentorship. So although that was bad publicity for him, but eventually it was good because those that didn't know of the program got to know of the program, and he did not pay for ad. So those that didn't know of the program got to know of the program. People registered. Those that were not willing to register did not registered. But more people got to know of the program for free instead of him spending money on ad. Thank you.
So can you see that? That's amazing. Thank you, Kelvin. Messi.
Okay, I would say that publicity is when a product is trending and a product is trending, going viral for the good reasons or for the bad reasons. And for it to trend, it has to come from, for it to be called publicity, it has to come from another platform, not from
Exactly.
the brand's platform. So
Mm-hmm.
that's publicity.
Yes, 100%. Two goes out for you. Okay, Mr. Shalamiwa.
Ah, sorry, I forgot.
Okay. So now let's talk about public relation. Public relation. Now, public relation is basically building bridges between brand and what? Audience. That's strategic communication for positive image and strong public relations. So, public relation is just basically managing how a person or a brand or organization or government communicates to the public to maintain a positive image and build strong relationship. So to summarize it, you're just creating and maintaining a favorable reputation through strategic communication. Now, the role of PR in different sectors, yeah? In business, it builds trust with customers and investors. In business, it manages reputation during good times and bad times. In business, it gets media coverage for new products or milestones. While in politics, it shapes the public's opinion before, during, or after election. In politics, again, it manages image, responds to scandal, and builds public confidence. Then there's entertainment. In entertainment, it promotes artists, movies, shows, events, handles celebrity image or controversies, gains media buzz before album or movie is released. Now, it's amazing that a lot of people don't know that publicity and PR go hand in hand. And I will explain that. If someone is having a bad, like good, like I think it was peak. They were trending one time, just about 3-4 months ago. They were trending. People were saying they accepted money from Bill Gates, that they've been corrupted, this one. Then they checked their can and they saw, I think, fluoride or something, that they've added fluoride to their milk or some, or one chemical like that. And they were, in fact, the publicity that was going on was bad. Very bad. People were boycotting peak. So I'm not saying this is connected, don't quote me anywhere. But the next week after that, or that same month, this celebrity, Ashakai, went around doing a peak publicity where you go to a seller's shop and say, do you take milk? Do you sell milk? Do you think milk is beneficial to the body? And just ask them a couple of questions. Then give them like 3 dozens of peak milk. So that right there is what them using publicity for PR, because PR is just simply what? Public relations. But if they wanted to, it's just like what's the name of these people? P1, I think it's P1 that they are calling out back to back. The man came out to make a video. His PR team, they need to be flogged. That is not how you do PR. That is not how you manage PR. You do not come out up front to just address things like that. Majority of the times, you need to first go through other people. You have customers that you, at least I don't know them personally, but at least I'm sure they will have customers that they paid for products or they paid for land and they delivered. Some of these people want to stand up for them and say, okay, look, I paid for land, this. What they should have done, or what their PR team should have done, is reach out to these people, get videos, then pay bloggers, pay Instagram influencers to post some of these videos that, wow, this is another, then give it a name, two sides of a coin. Then the man will come out. That way he has softened the ground, and he will come out to address the public. So PR, public relation, is a massive skill that is needed. Celebrities need it, but majority of Nigerian companies do not know about this. PR is very, very important. Some of these celebrities have massive PR teams. Look at Kevin Hart, for example. There was a point in time, I think beginning of this year, when, yes, was it not beginning of this year or beginning of last year, rather? Beginning of last year, 2024. And a comedian, rather, called Cat Williams came out to expose a lot of them. That some of them are in dark cults, maybe Illuminati or something like that. And Kevin Hart couldn't come out to defend himself, which is very sketchy. A lot of them that he called out, none of them could come out to defend themselves. That's certainly a very high possibility that he was telling the truth, but that one is their business. What I'm talking about is PR. Then I noticed the chain of events that happened. Kevin Hart's PR team got to work straight away. A lot of channels, BET channel, some influencers, some blogs started to post old Kevin Hart videos, funny videos. Decided to post a lot of his funny videos online. Like, wow, he's actually funny. He's actually funny. Wow, he's very, very funny. Look at him, he's funny. Decided to post his videos back to back. Then Kevin Hart started to appear on what's his name? Kai Sinet's live stream. Decided to, because these people had the attention. And when he started showing up on their live stream at first, people were like, what's he doing there? And it was funny. Then people started to accept him. That is how they switch public narrative. So people went from, oh, this guy is this, he's a sellout, he's a this, he's a that, he's a Illuminati, to, wow, he's actually a funny guy. Wow, he's very funny. PR is needed in entertainment, in business, in politics. PR is needed. So managing public perception, that's what PR is all about. They just call it public relations, but before, it used to be known as propaganda. Now, types of public relations: there's corporate PR, there's product PR, there's crisis PR. There's celebrity PR, there's government PR. So I won't be able to explain all of this here, but if you watch the video, you'll be able to understand more. I gave more examples, and I made it more fun. Now, let's talk about the foundation of effective PR. The RPIE. That's a professional framework used globally to run effective PR campaigns, and R stands for research. So before doing anything, you need to gather information. What audience are you talking to? What are they currently saying about the person you're running the PR for? What about the competition? And what's the goal? Then planning. You set a goal. What are you trying to do? Are you trying to improve reputation? Maybe they are saying something bad about the person. You're trying to improve reputation, or you're trying to increase visibility. In fact, as a matter of fact, PR is a whole topic on its own. It's something that if I wanted to teach you, it would take days. But if you can understand publicity well enough, PR is just all about strategizing publicity. So you plan, then you implement, then you evaluate. Based on what you've been able to implement, you start to evaluate what results are we getting? Are these the results that we want? So that's exactly how it is. So all of this, you'll be able to learn all of this in the video I created. So core skills for PR professional. Number one is communication skill. You need to be able to write. You need to be able to write. You need to be able to write. It is very, very fundamental, very, very important. In fact, based on an headline or a copy, you can shape public perception about a certain topic. For example, I talked about this thing online, and I said, I posted a video on it that, for example, a man finds his wife cheating, or a wife finds her husband cheating, and she grabs a shotgun and she wants to shoot him. The man grabs the shotgun, grabs her, gives her a smackdown. She ends up in the hospital. Now, firstly, she would have shot him, yeah? But the person that will tell the story controls the narrative. That's the main reason why once you start diving into publicity and PR, you barely believe anything that is happening on the news again. Whether it's politics, it's entertainment, you barely believe anything. Because majority of them are just triggered. They are just PR. So, what was I saying? So, the person who writes the story controls the what? Narrative. So, the person who writes the story can come out to say, man brutalizes his wife for no reason. Immediately you see that, you say, what? Then they will put the photo of the wife there as she's hanging her leg or hanging her head, or you see people start to come for the man. What? You are mad, you are this, you are that. Why did you do this to a woman? Then another journalist can say something like, man saves himself from getting shot or from getting killed by his wife. Now, what do you think people will say? Wow, he has to survive now. You want him to get shot? So that is what PR is all about. Publicity. Publicity is the foundation of PR. So you need the communication skill. You need the writing skill. You need the what? Strategic thinking. How can I, if we do it like this, what impact will it make in the long run? This bad publicity we want to use to promote this product. Even when we switch it to good publicity, there are some people that will still be talking about it. How can we do it in such a way that it will not affect us in the long run? Strategic thinking, then research, collect and analyze data. Then you need to be digital savvy. You need to understand Google Alerts, Google this, Google that. You need to understand the trends. What are the Gen Zs using? Then relationship building. A lot of these people have good relationships with influencers. They have good relationships with the public, with journalists, and that's how they shape public opinions. Then crisis management, they stay calm under pressure. Because sometimes when you just make quick decisions like that, you just make things worse rather than making them better. So, building your PR strategy. Steps. Number one, define your audience. Who are the specific people you want to target? When that thing happened to Kevin Hart, why did they not go on TV? Why is it that they specifically targeted the Gen Zs? Because what? They were able to define their audience. They were able to segment them, group them in based on behavior or needs, research their habits. What media do they consume? They realize that people are already switching to live stream. Who are the live streamers that we can use? Then boom, it showed up on Kaisinet's live stream, which is Kaisinet is, I think, is the biggest streamer now, either the biggest or the second biggest. Create audience persona. Okay, this person is career driven, this person is living in Lagos. Okay, this person likes conspiracy theories and things like that. So these are the types of PR goals. You can screenshot them or you can watch the video on PR. It's part of the 70 videos I explained. Then these are the KPIs, which is called key performance indicators, which simply means how you track your progress. How you track your progress. Can you see? Audience sentiment, positive versus negative. Okay, what are they saying? Website traffic, social media engagement, number of media mentions. Now, what makes a strong PR message? And also tips. What makes a strong PR message? Number one, clear and easy understanding, emotional engaging, consistent across all platforms. The story is what? Consistent. It's not as if you are saying something here, you are saying another thing here. And it's also aligned with brand values. Now, tips. Use storytelling. People remember stories, not slogans. People also remember slogans though, but people remember stories more than slogans. Then focus on benefits, not features. Have a key message and support it with 2 to 3 talking points. So these are the common PR channels. Can you see social media? There's also email newsletters and other things. How to choose? Where does your audience spend time? What formats of message? Let me skip to the good part. So all these parts you can learn in the videos. All of this you can learn in the videos. Now, let's talk about crisis communication and reputation management. What I said about flipping the bad publicity. Number one, you need to what? Stay calm. Be calm. Do nothing at first. Do nothing at first. They never accept it, even if it is true or not. Then pay plugs a lot of times. Like, let me even break it down. Let me acid to alkali chat. Okay, it's alkali rather. Let me look for the perfect image. Good, good. This is also the image I used to explain it in the class. I think it was this one I used. Now, to explain PR, I often use this acid to alkali chart. So can you see the chart? Acid is red, alkali is, I think this is something like blue, purple-ish. So let's assume that red is bad. Then this, what's happening here? All right. So let's, sorry, please mute your microphone. So let's assume that this is bad, then this is good. So 0 to 3, 4, bad. Then maybe 5, 6, 7, 8, neutral. Then 8, 10, or maybe 9, 10, 11 to 14 is very, very good. So remember I said step 2, pay the blogs and influencers to speak ill of you. Surprising, right? Like, why would you do that? There are some times that some people, the bad publicity is already going to red, is already going to 0, like it's already going to their image, their reputation. Then instead of them trying to what, push good publicity, they will join the bad publicity. Then push it, maybe it is around 3, push it to maybe 2. And it's crazy. So they will pay several bloggers and influencers to say bad things about them. So imagine blogger A, blogger B, blogger C, blogger A, blogger D is saying bad things about this company. Then they will now pay the blogger to come out and say, oh my God, I was wrong. I was wrong. This thing is actually wrong. This is what happened. Guess what? The publicity or the brand image will start shifting from 2 to 3 to 4 to 5. Why? Is because this they used what? Controlled bad publicity to control or to flip the existing bad publicity. They use controlled bad publicity to flip the existing bad publicity. So PR is actually it is an insane thing. You see how I'm having fun talking about it? Because it's something that is happening everywhere, right before our nose. So after they pay blogs and influencers to speak ill, then they will pay those blogs and influencers, the ones that they paid before, they will pay to flip it. Pay them to talk about, like I said, 2 sides of a coin. Sometimes they can even pay the influencer to say something bad. The influencer will not say, oh, wow, this is another side of the story. Can you see that? Then give it a name, like 2 sides of a coin. And they will emphasize on it more. So I said real estate, for example, they can use it, but a lot of them are not. It's actually a very difficult thing. I won't lie to you, because like I said, you can say, don't worry, I'll pay influencers. That's why I said strategic thinking is one of the things you need. You can say, I'll pay influencers because it's already going to 3. Let me pay influencers to push it to 2 and flip it. And by the time the influencers are trying to flip it, the publicity, the bad publicity is already too much. It will just keep on pushing till it gets to 0. And everybody will just start lashing out on the brand, start lashing out on the company, start posting negative things about the company. And once it gets to 0, the best thing is to pack up. And no, I'm not saying you should give up, but as a PR manager, it's better to avoid it. It is better to avoid it from getting to 0. Once it gets to this 0, that's finishing. So you can also use charity. Be calm. You do nothing at first. You never accept it. Then even if it is true or not, you never accept it. Then pay the press to put out content on you doing charity. Can you imagine? More charity. Put more into charity. Then you tell your side of the story. So there's also charity. Then there's vulnerability. Be calm, you do nothing at first. Then you take the fall. Admit you were wrong in an emotional video. Pay groups to solicit for you. You can pay a group of feminists, a group of married women, a group of nursing mothers. So groups that associate with your niche. Maybe you are a student, you can pay a couple of students. Even if you are even a young lady, you can pay elderly women that are influencers, and or even the ones that are not influencers, they just come out to tell their own stories, like what happened to them that is similar to what happened to you. Then you'll be surprised how it will start to switch from going to 0, it will just flip and start to come to 14. So can you see PR? Then solicitors. Step 1, be calm. You do nothing. You never accept it, even if it is true or not. Then you pay a group to solicit for you. Then you continue like nothing happened. So you know this one, you are paying a group to solicit for you, but you are also taking the fall. But this one, continue like nothing happened. So it's actually a very, very crazy thing, yeah? It's actually, in fact, PR is a very, very crazy thing. People who do PR for politicians, I'm not sure if they sleep well at night. Because after the politician has done so many atrocities, you have to try to cover everything up. You don't have to suggest anything, even if you want to become a PR manager. Though the money might be a lot, but I wouldn't suggest you do it for politicians. So, any questions? Any questions? I would suggest you watch the video. I explained more in the video. It was like, I think, 1 hour. Any question? All right, so raise up your hand if you understood everything. If you are flabbergasted. All right. All right. So raise up your hand if you understood everything. So I gave an assignment a couple of days back. I'm yet to get feedback. I know we are busy, but let's try to do the assignments. Let's try to watch the videos. I hope we enjoyed the class. And if you have any questions, you can always drop it in the group. So I had an amazing time. And I'm sure you did too. All right, I will resend the assignment again. I'll resend the assignment. So thank you everyone, and have a lovely night.
Thank you, sir. Good night.
You're welcome.
Sorry, I wanted to ask a question, something of that sort.
Okay.
All right.